Alright guys, this one came in this morning. This is a Ford F3 series. I'll have to look in the door jam to see if I can find a year. Off the top of my head, I don't really know. A lot of you Ford guys are probably screaming at me right now because that front end is pretty distinctive for a certain year. But I do not know. It does have a good side badge on this side. It actually looks in really good shape. I don't know if these are supposed to be colored or anything, if the color wore off, but if it's not supposed to be colored, that is actually in really good condition. This vehicle came in with the other ones that I videoed earlier yesterday. 271 Corollas and a Chevy station wagon and a big Ford car. But this one does have a flathead Ford V8. It's got a long bed, step side, and the bed is pretty rough, which most of these old farm trucks, the beds really didn't make it. It's got a cool looking rear axle though. Check that thing out. And the smallest drive shaft. And that sucker is a small drive shaft compared to the ones they make now. Like 3 or 4 times the size of them. It's got a 1977 North Carolina farm plate on it. It's actually covering another farm tag underneath it. That's a 1976 plate. I don't know what this was for. He had a bunch of attachments on this thing. He's got a pull right here, I guess to stick something in it. And then he had this plate mounted here, I guess for like a vise. Like you could stick a vise in here and work on metal. And then I don't know what this is. Maybe a rack to hold a ladder or something. Had to zip tie the doors shut. The fenders look in pretty decent shape. There's a little bit of rust there at the bottom. Running boards are shot. I don't know about that door there. I could probably check it and see. This door looks pretty usable. Doesn't look like there's much rust in it. The hood is shot. This side here looks all right, but I mean, it's gone. The hood is no good. This fender here looks pretty decent. It's got a dent. You could tap it out. It's got some rust right there. This door has got a bend in it. Man, I'd hate to be a big guy and sit in this truck. I mean, look how close that steering wheel is. Anybody with a big belly, it'd be tough to get in there. The gauges look pretty rough. Showing 67,841 miles. Now, that could be legit miles or it could win 167. But from what it sounds like when I talk to people about these trucks, they weren't very comfortable to ride in, so it might just be 67,000. Got a light up there. That's crazy. I've never seen a light on the top. I don't know if someone added that. It's a weird looking bulb. Got some homemade speaker boxes. It's got a radio. I wonder how old that is. Honestly, I think that's the first radio I've ever seen in one of these old Ford trucks that has come in. It's got the keys. Mouse nest in the glove box. That's pretty typical. Manual transmission. Seems froze. Shifter won't move. The glass on both the driver door and passenger door look good. This one here is starting to delaminate. So we've got some crazy mirrors. I can't open this hood all the way. But just so you can get a look, it does still have the motor in it. It is a flathead V8 single barrel carb. And amazingly, it still has a radiator in it. Every time these old vehicles come in and they still have the copper radiator in it, it just blows my mind. A lot of the times when scrap got up real high, those were gone. People would just take a sawzall, cut them out real quick, and they'd be gone. But the front of this truck looks pretty decent. I mean, you just really need a hood. So, anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. And if anything else comes in that's interesting, I'll get a video of it. I'll see you in the next one.